Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad and today is Roundhill, Round Up, and Build a Better Yield Trap. Yes, Yield Trap. You do not want to miss this episode. That's what you're looking for? Stay around. Okay, let's go right into it. They pay, or they will be paying on Friday, exactly what I said they were going to be paying. 25, 18, and 21. Thereabouts. Looks very similar to my numbers. We're going to call it good. Let's move on. QDTE. They had a very bad day on the 23rd. Very bad day. They actually went through the strike again on Wednesday. So Monday was a holiday. Tuesday they did well. Wednesday they went through the strike, but it was a profitable call. Thursday, all bets are off. Everything is in a mess. Friday, profitable call. They're going to pay you $4.2 million, and it's going to be about 22 cents, 23 cents. Now, we're going to move on to XDTE. So those that did not catch way back when, November-ish, when I pointed out something that happened in XDTE or QDTE and said, hey, who kicked over the apple cart? Well, guess what? The apple cart got kicked over again on XDTE. Monday was a holiday. Tuesday was a good call. It was profitable. Not very much profit, but profitable. Wednesday came, very non-profitable day. They got slaughtered. Uh-oh, there's the apple cart. They went from 564 contracts to 592, but on Tuesday they had 582. That means they sold some of those poor man cover calls. Yes, they sold some poor man cover calls. I'm going to link an article below that explains this and why this affects your NAV. If you don't understand this, the article is linked below. I'm done talking about it. They're going to have to pay you the gains that they made on those poor man cover calls. They can do it 2.5 times a year. You have been told this more than once. I am done talking about it. So for those that aren't listening, you're going to get paid the gains. Nothing wrong with getting paid the gains, but you got to know that you're getting paid the gains. And when will it occur? Oh, roll the dice. I'm not the fund manager. I can't tell you when it's going to be. He's not going to tell you when it's going to be. It's going to be a surprise. Surprise! So at the end of the day, they're going to pay you 17 cents because that's how much they made off the premiums of the calls. When does that surprise come? They can do it 2.5 times a year. You tell me. I look at RDTE. We see that they had Monday's a holiday. Tuesday was a bad call. They lost a little bit of money. Wednesday came. They made a little bit of money. Thursday came. They lost a lot of money. Friday came and they made a little bit of money. But you can see it was a bad week for them, but they made $1.2 million in premiums, and you will get paid out those premiums. They can't keep it. It's about 27 cents. So that is projections for next week. Next week, February 7th, you're going to get paid approximately 17 cents. QDTE, 22, 23 cents. RDTE, 27, 28 cents. Unless they pay you those poor man cover calls that got sold. Who knows when they're going to pay it? Good luck in guessing. Now I'm going to cover some of the charts. We're just going to go through some of the charts. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter. So when I look at XDTE from the day that it started, it's down 4.27%. S&P 500 is up 16.58. That is what the chart says, and there's no difference in the chart. It's down. And knowing that they just sold poor man cover calls, don't think that it's just going to go up and to the right and recover, because it will have another dip because of what they did. And it is just the fund. But if I look at total returns, whoo-hoo, everybody loves total returns. They are beating the market. You just have to know this. You just have to know it. It is what it is. When I say it is what it is, everybody realizes that there's a little bit of sarcasm there. They are beating the market. Good 3%, 2.5%. They're beating the market. But you can't take all the distributions. Not like what other people keep on trying to say. Oh, I can have all the distributions. No, you can't. That's not how it works. Especially on synthetics. Again, link to article below explaining this. Now you all know that I own TSPY. Let's take a quick look. Wow. XDTE is down. TSPY is up on price return. Okay, looks good to me. And then when I look at total returns, yeah, XDTE is beating it. Only if you want a little NAV erosion, it is what it is. Take it and leave it. I prefer something that doesn't go down. I prefer something that holds the underlying. Again, link to article below of why holding the underlying is so important in synthetics may not be exactly what you want to be in. QDTE, ooh, doggy, total return, beating the market, beating the Qs. There you go. Who can complain? Oh, RDTE price return, down. Yep, down compared to the Russell. But when I look at total returns, RDTE beating the Russell. It really does come into play. It's up and down. You got to take the good with the bad. It beats the market, but the underlying depreciates in price. It's one of the two. It's a game play that you have to decide if you want to play it or not. Now, full disclosure, I didn't show you this week's calls and what happened to RDTE this week. You don't know, but I do. You have to tune in next week to find out. Let's get into that yield trap. Oh, doggy. Brad is changing this around for Yieldmax, and I will have the final rebalancing done on Friday. I'm moving things to GPTY, LFGY, basically because there are two that I don't mind holding. NVIDIA will be gone, PLTY will be gone, and we're going to continue to hold YMAG. You can see how this is going to play out. You can see that it's actually building up BTCI and claws on a nice slow pace. And you can always take this and times it by whatever. I started with $1,000. Right now it's at $973, but I am confident over time that this just might work out for us. Now I'm doing the same thing with Roundhill. And you can see when I purchased this with $1,000 and I put 50% back into the fund and 25% into BTCI and 25% into claws. And you can tell QDTE, RDTE, and XDTE are down. And I took this on Tuesday night. So this was before they made any type of distributions or announcements or ex-dividend dates. This is what they were down on Tuesday night. Am I worried? No, I'm not. I'm actually not worried. I know what I got myself into. I am not worried. And that is why I am putting 50% back into QDTE, RDTE, and XDTE. And those share counts will go up very slowly over time, but they will go up over time. I'm not worried about that. BTCI and claws, you know how I feel about BTCI, and we'll just leave it there. And claws seems to be a fairly safe, conservative fund, even though somebody just said triple Bs and double Bs are very risky. And I just continue to shake my head in wonderment because they are in the debt tranche. Those are investment grade. I don't get it, but hey, to each their own. So until next time, God bless.